we're in a different spot, a different type of layout. I figured, why not do a different type of video? I do always like to try to think of new different videos to do, keep it, you know, nice and fresh for you guys. And I figured it would be kind of fun to show a smaller content creators collection. A lot of content creators here on YouTube are big channels, and you see their collection and like declutters, which I do plan to do a declutter video here in the next probably like month or so, because I feel like I definitely need to do some decluttering for sure. So I figured I would show you guys my collection, just the view of a small content creator. I'm not a huge content creator and I'm okay with that, but I do have quite a bit of products for just your average person. Like I have more than an average person should have. Now I have a lot of these things because I like to be your guys' guinea pigs, and I will go and try these products out for you guys so you guys don't have to waste your money. So we're going to go through, it's going to have to be a part 2, maybe even a part 3, because I do have quite a bit and I don't want to keep this video super long. So today I have all my products laid out here. I will show you guys everything we're going to talk about. I'm going to show you guys what I have and talk a little bit about it. But we're going to go through my powder foundations, my liquid foundations, my setting powders, my concealers, my brow eyeliners, primers, and it looks like mascaras. That's what I have laid out here in front of me to share with you guys. And this is stuff that's in my everyday drawer. I do have, maybe that will be like part 3. I do have a drawer over here in my closet where it's stuff that I'm trying to pull from and use and try out again because I haven't really been that into it, in my closet there. So I have all that stuff too. But this is stuff that is in my vanity that I just use all the time, weekly, daily, that I really do like and enjoy. Now, I have all my mascaras in my everyday drawer because I'm still trying to fill out a lot of them. And this isn't a speed review. I will have a speed review on new products. So you're not going to see any new products, but maybe one. Like newish, I should say. Maybe one product in here. I can't remember. I don't think it's in a speed reviews yet because that one I pulled out. I keep all of my products that are new that I'm still testing in the closet as well in another area for my speed reviews. That way I can just grab all those products and go with the video, make it a little bit easier. I am a mother of 2 and a wife, and I have a full-time job. So this isn't my job like a lot of the bigger YouTube content creators. This is their job. This is a fun hobby for me. So I do have all of that going on in my life as well. So I like to try to make that a little bit easy if possible. So there's also that. But I just thought it'd be fun to show you guys. And I just thought this would be a fun laid back. Let's sit here on the floor. We have some natural lighting going on. I'm actually thinking about maybe even doing my next first impressions in this type of format. So comment down below and let me know if that seems interesting to you. I just sit here on my floor, try out the new makeup that I have set aside. We will be doing another first impressions here soon. I have stuff set aside, more stuff I will be getting this week, and then we'll be trying it out. So I figure maybe do that with just natural lighting and sit here on the floor in a very just basic natural way and try out these makeups. All right, guys, let's go ahead and get started. And I'm going to show you guys what I have here, and then we will go ahead and get to it, right? So real quick, here is the layout of everything we have on the ground here, and I have it on a towel that way we don't make a mess. Hold on, there we go. And like I said, we'll go through everything a little bit. So this is what we're going to talk about today, and then we will do the rest in a part 2. And then like I said, maybe part 3 will be what's in my closet. All right, guys, so let's just start with the first thing laid out here. So in no particular order, we'll go with our foundations first. So the first one I have here is very much a classic. It's the Estee Lauder Double Wear. I have mine in the shade 1W1 Bone. It doesn't have the pump, so I need to get the pump for it because I really love this foundation. I use it for more so special occasions, like, okay, see, and then we just got too much out. 100% need to get the pump for this, but I love this foundation. I use it for a lot of special occasion stuff. I use it for, you know, stuff with my kids. Mother's Day I wore it, things like that. But it's just a beautiful, natural, radiant, but very natural looking foundation. And I love it. I mean, I don't know what else to say. It's really nice. I'm almost out of it and I would repurchase it. All right, and then we have the Ilia Super Serum Skin Tint SPF 40, and I have mine in Boom Boom, which is ST5. This, it's a little dark for me, so that might be part of my opinion on it, but I have not reached for this in quite some time. And actually, some of this stuff that I haven't reached for, or one thing in particular here with the foundation, I have tried once and then a couple different ways. That's what made me start thinking maybe I should do a declutter video because I need to get rid of some of this stuff. Now, the smell to this is awful, so that kind of definitely deteriorates me away from it as well. And the other thing is, yeah, it still has that nasty smell, but it's this one right here. I do like that it's glowy, it's lightweight, it's a beautiful finish, like it really is. It's just the smell. That's the biggest thing for me, is the smell. It smells godly awful of paint, but look how dewy that is. Like, I mean, I am glowing when I'm wearing this, like a glow from the gods when I have that on. It's not bad. I might declutter it. I haven't decided yet. In that declutter video, that's where I will decide, or I will just go ahead and continue to use it and use it up because it is almost gone. I did pull for it a lot, trying to use it up and find different ways, and I do have to definitely set it, but it is nice. It's not bad. It's the smell is what I feel like keeps me from pulling from it. That's really, I think, the main thing. And the color definitely is a little too dark. I could probably go down one shade. The next one is the Sephora Best Skin Ever, and I have in shade 10 in, and this I really like. I will say the only thing is with this one, when my skin is a little too dry, which has happened a lot, like I have naturally dry skin as it is, but I have had definitely days where the skin is just super dry. It looks really drying on my skin. It's this one right here. The shade is a tad off as well, but I can make it work just warming up the skin, but it's such a beautiful natural finish as well. You'll see a theme here, and the theme is I don't like super full coverage. I like more medium, lightweight coverage foundations, and even concealers. Even though I have dark circles, I just use a color corrector, and then I can go with a light to medium coverage concealer. Mainly because A, my age, I'm 37, B, I have dry skin, so I don't like heavy makeup on. The next one is the L'Oreal True Match. I have it in N3 Neutral Light Medium. I'm wanting to love this. I need to start pulling for it more and playing around with it a little bit more because I don't see the hype in it. I know that this is not new, but it's like reformulated. Again, I think part of it's the shade. I had a hard time being able to find a shade that wasn't too light or too dark, and I feel like this one is, but I do have the LA Girl Pro Color Foundation Mixing Pigment in white, so let's talk about this real quick. This is a lifesaver. If you get the wrong shade, I'm telling you, go get this. You mix it in with your foundation. I have a mixing palette, and it saves it. You don't have to go and repurchase another shade or try to make a foundation shade work. It just takes all of that unnecessary work out. This is amazing. They also have other colors to darken up your foundation, which I think is blue, and I've thought about getting that one because like I've said, I do have a few foundations that are too light. There is that one. Now it's a beautiful radiant finish as well. It's natural, but the shade is definitely off, and that throws me off when my shade is off. And I have mixed it in with that pigment, but I feel like it's the undertone more than the actual shade, because it does that. The LA Girl Pro Pigment Mix helps my other darker foundations, but with this one, it doesn't change it very much. So we'll see. And then here is my all-time favorite that I have at the moment, and this is as far as liquid. I have a favorite powder one we will come across. It is the Lancome Care and Glow. This is so beautiful, you guys. I have it in 105W. It is absolutely beautiful. I will 100% repurchase this over and over and over. It just gives this natural, beautiful glow to your skin. It sets down really well. I mean, I set it with powder, but it sets well with powder. The shade is really good. It's just a very natural your skin but better look right here. It's beautiful, you guys. It's so lightweight. It blends into my skin. It doesn't sit on top of my skin. Before that was the House Labs foundation, was my absolute favorite, which I still do love this foundation, but this took the cake for sure. So the House Labs is definitely a very beautiful foundation. It's very luxe packaging, very heavy, so it's worth the price. I really like House Labs little embow that they always put on their stuff. And there is two products you guys will see in part 2 that has become my absolute favorite that I wear all the time. This one is really pretty too. It's another very lightweight foundation. It's not heavy. It's not cakey. The shade is a little warm for me, but put that pigment in and it works. It's another natural foundation. It reminds me honestly a lot of the NARS Light Reflecting in the sense that so lightweight and so natural. The NARS Light Reflecting I feel like is a little bit more dewy. This one with House Labs I feel like just gives that beautiful natural look. As you guys have seen, a theme, natural, glowy, lightweight for me. Now, that aside, I did try the NYX Professional Makeup Bear With Me Blur in 04 Light Neutral for you guys. It's more of a moussey consistency, and I don't like those. Those seem to be pretty thick. They don't seem to work well with my dry skin. But again, I'm your guys' guinea pig, so I did pick this up and try it. I'm so indifferent about this. This is the one foundation I have in my collection that I'm indifferent about because some days it looks good. Other days it's so dry and cakey, sits on top of my skin, doesn't settle well with my skin, no matter primer, no primer, moisturizer, everything. It just, I don't know. Now, it's not as thick as I assumed it would be because it's more of a moussey type of feeling, but it is thicker than what I typically go for. I know it looks thin on here, but I'm sure you guys have tried it. Like it doesn't have this glow either on my face. Now, if it had that glow on my face, I feel like I would pull for it more because on camera and in person, when you swatch it, it looks like it has this glow. It definitely has more of a matte finish. And the only matte foundation that I found that I've actually really liked was the Makeup Forever, their new one they came out with. But, I mean, that one's not here because I've already used that up because I really did like that one. And I've purchased so many have came out that I wanted to try. So I'm in the stage of my collection now where it's like 2 out, 2 in type of thing. So I have to use up certain products before I can buy more. And I've already done that. So we're just using up what I have here because again, I'm your guys' guinea pig. So something comes out, you guys want me to try it, I will try it. I want to try it, I will try it. So I don't know about that one. It's just a lot thicker, doesn't sit well. It's something that when I put on, I don't know if it's going to work that day or not. And I don't really like a product like that. I want to know I can put it on my face and I'm going to love it that day. So the next one is one that I'm almost out of that I absolutely did love. It is this Tower 28 Sunny Days Broad Spectrum SPF 30 Tinted Sunscreen. I have mine in 15 Milrose. I love the packaging. I mean, look, like you can see, it's almost gone. I love the squeezy tube. It makes it, I feel like, a little bit easier to not get a bunch of product out. It's definitely almost gone. Would I repurchase it for the summertime? Probably, unless there's something else that over the summer I'm liking more and I want to try out. But yes, I would, because it's just that, a tinted sunscreen moisturizer, and it gives a beautiful glow, almost like the Ilia Super Serum foundation, but I like this one a lot better. The glow is more of a glow. I feel like with the Ilia, it's more of like a greasy look glow, and this color matches a lot better. It doesn't have a nasty smell. It sits well on my skin. I mean, look at that beautiful glow. It's very light coverage. You're not gonna get very much coverage with it, but it's beautiful. I'm okay with that. Okay, so the next one is from ColourPop. It is their Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Acid Foundation. This is another one just like with the NYX one. The shade's a little off, but I have mixed it with the Pro Pigment and that works. That's not really the issue. The issue is it's supposed to be like a hydrating one, but on my skin, every time I've tried it out, it seems to be more drying. Like the formula even feels dry as I'm swatching it out. I mean, if you look at this one, which is ColourPop, and then this one, which is Tower 28. Which one looks more hydrating? The Tower 28 one. I would pull for that one a heck of a lot more than the ColourPop. I don't know. I'm still trying to figure it out because I want to like it because I like ColourPop, and it's a hyaluronic acid foundation, hyaluronic hydrating foundation. I don't feel like it's hydrating on my skin. The next one is a newish favorite. It's the Revlon Skin Caring Foundation. And this one I have it in the shade Light 60N, which is a tad dark, but again, I can make it work with that mixing pigment. And then this one I have in 201. Yes, 201. This one reminds me a lot. I haven't tried it yet. I'm gonna have to do it. I'm gonna have to bite the bullet and do it. Is that new Say one, the Super Glow. This one's reminded me just based off of what people have I've seen people talk about when it comes to the Say one, and then my experience with this one. It's reminded me a lot of that one in the sense that it's got this pretty glow. It's lightweight. It's got skincare benefits like the Say one does. It's right here. And I really, really do enjoy this one. That one I use very often. I'm actually wearing it today, and we've got a really pretty glow going on. All right, and then the last one, or there's two more, sorry. This last one is another oldie but goodie, is the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk. I have this one in just a sample. I don't feel the need to buy the full size. This is my second time actually purchasing this. I mainly purchased it for my dupes video, but I would have repurchased it anyways. This is another one that I only wear if it's a special occasion with the kids, a date with the husband, or I just want my makeup to look flawless. This is very beautiful. Your skin but better, 100%. It's very natural looking, super watery and lightweight. The shade is a really good shade match. It has a beautiful glow to it, but it's more of a natural glow. It makes it look like your skin is healthy, and I love that. All right, the last one here is one that will not work, and it's gonna get decluttered in that video. I got it on sale for $1.60. I just randomly came across it when I was at Ulta one day. It is their Effortless Effect Hydrating Foundation. It's medium coverage. It's Ulta Beauty's brand, their in-house brand. It's in the shade medium neutral. The packaging's cute, and this shade, medium neutral, it can't be a medium neutral. Look at this, you guys. This is what has kept me from using it. And I even tried to mix it with that white pigment. There is no way of changing the shade on this. This is not a medium neutral. That is Oompa Loompa Orange. How is that medium neutral? I have had so many medium neutral foundations, concealers, all of that, and never have I had one that orange. I mean, that's nuts. That is my least favorite here. It is still here just in the purpose of, I have tried it a few times with the mixing pigment, and it's just got to get decluttered now in that video. So I mean, there's a little sneak peek that's going in that video. I mean, I can't even give it to my kids, which in the declutter video, that's what will happen. It will be something that I will toss because it has expired, or I will pass to my kids, or donate, or keep. All right, now we're gonna hop real quick. Those shouldn't be in here. Into eyes. And I don't have a lot of eye products, or definitely a lot of eyeliners. I have hooded eyes, so I'm just trying to experiment with eyeliners. And I only have one brow product. It is the NYX Professional Makeup Brow. I love the CoverGirl one. This one, I keep saying it in so many videos, but this one is, I keep thinking I'm almost out, and then I keep being able to use it, like today. But I need to go get the CoverGirl one because I really do like that one, and this one's almost out. And then we have the Milani Stay Put Brow Wax. I really do like this one. I do want to try other brow waxes. I love the wand. It's not too big. And even though it's white, it doesn't leave a white cast. So I really do like it, and it definitely helps my brows stay in place. I'll do my brows and go to the gym or take a walk, and I'm sweating and my brows are there. They don't move. The next one is the Lancome Ultra Precise Waterproof Liner. It's a pencil, I mean, not a pencil, it's a felt tip like this. I typically wouldn't go for one like this because of the hooded eyes, and I haven't tried this one too much. I am wearing it today up on my lower eyes, and it worked pretty well up there. It wasn't actually as hard as I thought it would be. I've normally put it under in my waterline, but it worked pretty well. I will say I need more practice. I have a really shaky hand too, so honestly, with any liner up on my eyelids can get pretty pretty messy, but it's not bad. It's a really good one. We'll see how it wears throughout today because I've never worn it up there. And then we have the Essence Extreme Lasting. This one is almost gone, and I will say, or it kind of is gone. You can't sharpen it, and there's no way to pull the rest of that out. I did like this one, but it's kind of disappointing it can't be sharpened. And yeah, that's really it with that one. I did enjoy it. It was nice up on the waterline and in my actual eyes, but if I can't sharpen it constantly, I feel like I ran out of that really fast. I don't want to constantly have to go purchase it, even though it is cheaper because it's drugstore. The next one is Ulta Beauties, and you have a gel tip on this end, which is not bad. This one, the gel tip on this one pulls on my upper lid, so I stopped using it up there, but it is nice for the waterline. And then we have the felt tip, which I have not tried up on the eyes up here yet, so that might be the next one. I have tried it down in the waterline. It doesn't claim to be waterproof or anything like that, and all of this is a black. I would say it's definitely not waterproof because I have very watery eyes, and it will disappear within probably an hour of putting it in my waterline. But I definitely will probably try that one up on the top of the lid, maybe even tomorrow, and maybe the other side up that I tried up here in my waterline because it really pulled and tugged on my skin up there. So that's those. Now let's go ahead and hop into my primers. Now we have two here. We have the Glow Recipe Nice and My Glow Dewdrops, and then the Hello Good Stuff Glow Serum Primer. You don't need both. I actually got these for a dupes video, but because they both do the same thing. This is 100%, if you didn't see that video, a dupe for this. But they're both really pretty. They both give a beautiful glow to the skin, and I, if you haven't noticed, like a nice dewy, glowy skin. And your skin just looks so healthy with both of them. So I'm only going to swatch the one because they really are a dupe. But look, I mean, just a beautiful, healthy, glowy look. Like, it makes it look like you have healthy, glowy skin. And then the next one is the Danessa Myricks Yummy Skin. I have in the shade Universal. You can get it in other shades, but I have the Universal one because I use this for a blurring primer, and she's loved. And it comes with the spatula. It's the first time I've dipped my finger in. I always use the spatula. It's a cream to powder, I think is how it's described. And this is one of my absolute favorite primers. It does such a great job at blurring. I'm wanting to show you on camera how that just blurred my skin there. It's so smoothing, it blurs. The only thing I will say about this is there is one powder foundation that I've noticed I can't wear with that primer. It seems to not work well with it, but it just totally blurred that side of my skin. The next one is a Lancome La Base Pro. I normally actually honestly use this under my eyes as like an under eye primer because I have some texture under there, and it works really, really well under there. It really does smooth out the under eyes, and it looks really good under there. I do also use it all over my face from time to time. I did that today, and it's really pretty. It's another smoothing type of primer. It's not silicone based, but it's definitely got like a velvet feel to it, almost like it honestly almost looks like Vaseline, but right there in the middle, you guys see that? It blurred, it's smooth. It's a great primer. And then we have the e.l.f. Whoa Glow Sun Touchable 30 Broad Spectrum SPF. So this, you guys all know, I got in Sunbeam. I think there's only one shade. It gives such a pretty glow, and it's also giving you sun protection because it's also a sunscreen. I will use this if I'm just not wanting to do 2 extra steps. Like if I want my sunscreen and my primer in one, I definitely go for this. It gives just the most beautiful glow. Like they're really, and every foundation works well with it. There really isn't much else to say about it, but it is really nice. And then we have the Power Grip Primer 4% Niacinamide from e.l.f. I've repurchased their green one twice, and then this is the first time I've purchased this one. I'm almost out of it. If you squeeze that down, I have about that much left. I will say there is a slight difference with this one, and I would prefer this one over the green one because of having the dry skin and the niacinamide, but it's a great gripping primer. It does everything that the original one does, other than it has a few skincare benefits in it. But it gives a nice healthy look to your skin as well. It definitely gives you that I'm a hydrated skin type of look. All right, and then we have from Pink Lips, the Major Matte Face Primer that I got in an Ipsy, my last Ipsy actually, and I don't normally go for matte primers. This one scared me at first because it's pink when it comes out. Or it's slightly pink, sorry. I thought it was gonna be pink, and it's white, but it's got a slight tint of pink. It actually does a really good job at blurring the pores. It doesn't do any smoothing. It's not sticky. It's not silicone. It's actually moisturizing. It gives a nice blur to your skin, your pores, and it moisturizes. It's very interesting. Which also leads me to the next one that's like, I'm pretty much out of. It is the Cali Ray So Blowin' Clean Blurring Primer. This does the same as this, honestly. I haven't done a side-by-side to see which one is better, but this is hydrating and blurring. This is hydrating and blurring as well. And then we have the Hailey's Beauty Refine Soft Matte Poreless Primer. This has another like velvet type of filling to it, and it does a really good job at blurring the skin as well. It's a nice, soft matte is definitely a good way to describe it. It blurs, but it's not super matte, and it's not drying, but it's not hydrating at the same time. And it's got this velvet feel to the product. And then we have the e.l.f. Cookies and Dreams. This is just, you know, their limited edition, or it was. I'm pretty sure you can't get it now. Putty primer. Doesn't really have a scent, but it get it off. It definitely does a good job at the pores as well. It's just like all their other formulas. It was just part of a limited edition. Hello there, Diggy. Thanks for coming in. And then the last one is the e.l.f. Halo Glow Liquid Filter. Obviously a dupe for the Charlotte one. I mean, everybody said that, and that's one reason why I didn't put this in a dupe video, because everyone already told you how much of a dupe it was. But it's really pretty. It's got a little bit of coverage. There's times, I mean, look at that glow. You guys just saw it go right on my hand on camera. I will use this as my only base as far as like a primer and foundation in one. And then there's times I'll use it just for a primer as well. But a lot of times I also do like to use it as a base product. Give me 1 second. Go close my door because of the dog. Diggy, go. I apologize, guys. I guess that's what we get for doing, you know, a very laid back, just sit and chill type. All right. And then let's go through these real quick. We have all of these mascaras, and they're all open, and these are pretty sure all the mascaras I have. Yes, because my newest one is in here. Telescopic Lift. Such an interesting wand. It definitely takes some learning curve with this wand, and even now sometimes I still poke myself in the eye. It definitely took some time to get used to it, but this is beautiful. It lifts, it gives me volume. It's beautiful. I'm trying to go fast because we've been on here for a little longer than I wanted. This is why we're gonna have a part 2 and possible part 3. Next one is a mini roller lash from Benefit. This was purchased because of the dupes video, but I love it. I'm using it today. The wand is really nice. I like it for my lower lashes. It definitely just gives a nice lift. I have very sparse, small, thin lashes. You can't really see them unless there's product on them. I love that one as well. The next one is the Essence Lash Like a Boss. I really like this. This gives me some volume on those lashes, and I love that. There's one caveat though. Do not like the wand. It's really big. For someone with hooded eyes, a big wand like this, I like the shape of it, but the size of it makes it really hard to apply mascara. But it's a good product, good formulation. The other one that isn't for me, and I know this is, I'm going to probably have people coming for me, is the Essence Lash Princess. I wanted to love this. This is actually the product that made me try this brand. It flakes, it smudges, nothing I do can make it work. I love the wand, the shape, the size. It's perfect for me. The formula, not so much. But it's still in here. We might go ahead and declutter it because I'm trying to figure it out, you guys. The next one is the Tartelette 2B mascara. I have it in a small size. I don't think I'm ever going to run out of this because I keep thinking I need to get a full size, and then I keep getting more product. I like the formula. It's not too wet for me. It's not too dry. I don't like formula. I like a wet formula, but I don't like one that is super wet to where it doesn't dry down. It can smudge up on my lids because of the hooded eyes. I just don't like that. This one is not too dry. I love, or not too wet or too dry. It's right there, perfect in the medium. I love that's a tubing mascara. So easy to remove, doesn't flake, doesn't smudge. The wand size is perfect, and it just keeps on coming. Like I keep getting more out of it. The next one is the e.l.f. Flash and Roll. We all know what this was duping, and this was purchased because of the dupes video. It's a different wand, a little bit of a different wand. Like the shape is kind of the same and the size, like the roller lash, but I feel like the bristles on this are a little bit longer than the roller lash one. But this one, definitely a dupe to that, and I love it. All right, 2 more. The next one is Makeup Forever, the Professional 2-in-1. Now, on one side, you go in and use this very, very tiny wand, which I feel like this doesn't do much for my top lashes, but I love to use this for the bottom because they're so small. And then you go in with this one. This formula is pretty wet, but as it's opened and it's sitting, it does dry out a little bit. You have definitely that Christmas tree shaped wand, and then you'll go in with this, and this is what will really lift those lashes. I do really enjoy this. However, I've said a million times and I'll say it again, there's so many good, as you see here, drugstore mascaras that you don't have to go spend a lot of money on a high-end. My most recent one that I am still playing around with and testing, but so far I've really enjoyed, is the Fenty Beauty Hella Thick Mascara. Love the packaging and love the formula. This is definitely a wet formula, which I don't mind a wet one. I actually like a wet formula. I just don't like the super wet ones. However, one caveat that I've noticed with this one so far, like I said, I'll give more of a description in my speed reviews because it's pretty new to me still, is I do have to take some off of the wand. It does get too much on the wand for me, and then it can get clumpy if you go in with more than 1 coat. I would not go in with more than 2 for sure. It dries pretty quickly. I like the wand and the packaging and the formula. It gives me very thick lifted lashes. All right, we're almost there. Let's go in with concealers really quick. We have the Flower Beauty in Vanilla. It is buildable coverage, hydrating, brightening, and smoothing. I really, really like this. It definitely has a very nice, interesting wand. I feel like it does a good job at bending as you're applying it, setting it where you want it. I think the packaging is really good. The formula is so lightweight, it's so serum-like. It definitely gives a beautiful brightening effect. I will wear this on a no makeup type of look, or I will put just a little bit in the inner corner and outer corner to brighten, and then go in with a different concealer. And this plays very well with other concealers of mine. The next one is my fullest coverage, and I have in the shade 40NN. It is the Stay Naked from Urban Decay Quickie, and this is full coverage for sure. You need the tiniest dot of this, and it's not as thick as you would think for it being a full coverage. Like I said, I don't usually go for full coverage, but that one feels very, very lightweight, very full coverage. It's not drying, it's not super thick, so I enjoy it. The next one is the Rare Beauty Positive Light, and I have it in the shade Light. I love her packaging. The wand is definitely, I understand why they went with what they went with it. Like, it's got that cooling effect because it's metal, but you definitely don't get a lot out on it. However, for me, I'm okay with that because I don't go in with just this. It's right here. I go in with this to brighten my under eyes first. So again, here and here, and then in with a different concealer. Then we have the e.l.f.'s color correctors, and I have mine in peach. I don't need it in any other shade, and I'm wearing this today. And then I went in with the concealer that I will be showing you guys. This is such a nice, lightweight, hydrating, almost glowy color corrector, and I love it. $4, thank you, e.l.f. $4 or $3. Beautiful, beautiful. It definitely color corrects under my eyes, and I really love it. The next one is from One Size. I have it in Fair 3. I got this in Ipsy. It's definitely not the right shade for me. Maybe to brighten under my eyes, I could use it. The wand is almost just like that Flower Beauty one. And then go in with a different shade because I feel like this is definitely too light for me. I need like 2 or 3 shades lighter. But it does feel really lightweight and really nice under the eye. So I want to get a different shade and try it out. The next one is Born This Way Ethereal Light Illuminating Smoothing Concealer. I have used this as just a concealer and a brightener. I really like the wand. I love the flat side of that. I really do like this. Again, I will use it as a concealer and a brightener, but it's very lightweight and I like it. The next one is Makeup Revolution IRL Filter in C4. This forever was my favorite drugstore one, and honestly, it really still is. If I'm going for more of just the natural type of concealer, I will definitely go for this. I love the doe foot. Like, these doe foots are getting really interesting and different, and I really do like that instead of just that typical. This one bends though, like it bends with the movement of you applying it. It's right here. On camera, it's not showing as much of a pink tone, but it's definitely got a pink tone, which I need for under the eyes. So I love that. It's hydrating. It's thin, but gives me the coverage I want. I love it. The next one is the Milk Makeup Fluid and 7NW. This is hard to get out. Packaging is cute. Milk's packaging is always cute. It's hard to get out of there. Again, interesting wand. It's very lightweight, thin. The shade is a little off, so I have to kind of work with it, but it's very nice and hydrating. It's definitely fluid. I don't feel like I have to set this down. I feel like it sets on its own, as well as the Urban Decay, by the way. Next one is Rewind from Hailey's Beauty. It's the blurring full coverage. This one is definitely, this one and the Urban Decay are my only full coverage. It's got that metal applicator. I use it to put it on my eyes, but I don't use it to actually blend and apply. Now, this shade has always been off for me, and more so like an orangey, and what did I say? Light neutral. That doesn't look so light and neutral. So I used to pull for it a lot. I don't really pull for it much now. The next one is the Sephora Best Skin Ever. I have it in 17.5 in. I love this one. This one is so like liquidy, lightweight, but I'm okay with that. I know sometimes those don't last long, and I will agree to that, but I would prefer that over my eyes looking horrible, dry, cakey. That's what it looks like there. It's a very beautiful, oh God, my legs, lightweight, natural looking, and it looks really smooth under the eyes. The next one is the ColourPop's Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Creaming Concealer. I need to actually mix this with my LA Pro because I want to like this. I have it in light 60N. I matched it with the foundation, and it's definitely too dark. Here is the applicator. Definitely too dark for under my eyes. But if I mix it with that Pro mixer, it might work. So right here it is. If not, it's not expensive. I can go get it in a different shade. The next one is my oldest concealer here, which tells me that I'm probably gonna have to declutter it in that video or get it used up. I don't think it's quite there for expiration. Not yet, 12 months, but we're getting there. It is the Born This Way Multi-Use Sculpting Concealer. This is a medium coverage, at least on me. Doe foot here, but I like it. The shade is relatively good. It's a little dark orangey on me, but it works and it's not bad. But here it is. This is the newest concealer that I'm obsessed with. I'm wearing it today. I put the e.l.f. color corrector on, and then this. You, again, for me at least, tiniest amount. I put just a little bit here, and then how I've been doing my concealer lately, I keep changing it up, and I need to do more like social media content for you guys to keep you guys updated on that. But I put it here, and then I will blend it just in the corner because that's where most of my discoloration is, right here. And then whatever's left over on my brush or sponge, I just bring right here and up here, and then right to my lash line. I don't go where my creases are, and that really helps my concealer not crease, but this is so beautiful, worth the price. Definitely my favorite that I've ever tried. Out of all of these I've ever tried, my absolute favorite and my newest, and definitely an interesting wand. It's very cushiony and soft feeling when you apply it because of that wand. The shade is really perfect. It's hydrating, it's natural, it's beautiful. Love it. All right. Now we just have powder foundations and powders. So we're going to do powders real quick. I have the same here. This one was too dark, so this will definitely get too decluttered. This one is a backup, and then we have this shade. This is the Wet n Wild Bare Focus Clarifying Finishing Powder. It's a pressed powder, and I have it in light. No, I have it in fair light. It's very, very smoothing. It's very blurring, and it does a good job at smoothing and blurring the skin. I absolutely love it. Then we have the Hourglass Veil Translucent. I don't want to open this because it's going to get everywhere. I love this. I love this for setting my T-zone and my under eyes. I like the Wet n Wild for my T-zone and under eyes as well. Then we have the LYS Triple Fix Translucent. I have a medium tan. I'm telling you, this is not a medium tan. I feel like that's a little bit lighter, but I do like it. Again, it's a lot like the Wet n Wild. It's very smooth, and it does a good job blurring. Doesn't look dry or cakey. And I think I do need to go down a shade though. Maybe declutter this one or pass this on to someone or donate it and get a lighter one. Next one is the Kosas Breezy Cloud Set. I use this today to set under my eyes. I love this under the eyes. And then right here in my T-zone, I love this baked formula. I know some people didn't like this and some love it. I love it. I mean, just look at how much that smoothed over. I mean, I love it. Then we have the Rare Beauty in the shade Light. It's a loose powder. This one's okay. I never really was someone that gravitated towards it, even when I first got it. I definitely haven't pulled for it much lately in the last few months. Next one is one that I really do like. It is the Makeup Forever HD. It's definitely a nice smoothing powder. It's loose. I like that you've got this here, so it makes it a little bit less messy, and it's good for under the eyes for sure. And then we have the Makeup Revolution, their new one, the IRL. On top here, you have a press, and then you have a loose down here. I mainly go for the press, and there is no white cast with this, which is great because that's very, very white. And it's really good at blurring, smoothing, keeping that makeup in place. I do enjoy it. All right, now we're on to powder foundations, and then we are done. All right, so the first one is the Color Pop Pretty Fresh and Light 6. I actually like this as a powder foundation, but I prefer it more as setting my face. I mean, clearly, because we see pan on that. It does a really good job at setting the face. If you have a lighter, and it gives some coverage, and if you have a lighter foundation on, it can help alter the color of your foundation, so that is very nice. Then we have the famous e.l.f. Camo Powder Foundation and Light 210 in. Did I tell you the shade? Yeah, I told you the shade of that one. This one is really, really nice as well. And again, we're seeing pan on it. It's so smooth. I like it to set as well, and I like it as a foundation. I haven't reached for these two very much at all in the last 6 months or so. I will say that. And then the next one is the Juvia's Place Cario, I think is how you say that name. This one, again, we're seeing pan. Again, I like it to set the face, and I also do like it as a powder foundation. It's really smoothing. It's not dry or cakey. It's really lightweight. I need to actually start reaching for this more because I do like it. I just haven't been reaching for it more because of the next powder foundation that has blown my mind, that I absolutely love, that I will repurchase. I probably should get a backup here soon because I will be hitting pan, and it is the new Makeup Forever HD Skin Matte Velvet. Now, this isn't new. They had another formula, but this is reformulation. What do you know? Hit pan. It's, oh my gosh, you guys, this is heaven. It's velvety. I have it in 1N 110. It's a velvet, smooth, blurring, not dry, not cakey. It looks so beautiful on my skin. And I don't gravitate towards a lot of powder foundations because of having dry skin. That's why I think I haven't really reached for these two too much. But this one, so beautiful. I don't even honestly know what to say about it besides I've hit pan. I've had it for about 3 months. Since March. So since March, I've already hit pan. And I definitely I did start using it with the little sponge applicator it came with, and I didn't mind it. I thought it was pretty good, but I actually now use it with my 101 BK Beauty brush and love it that way. It's just so beautiful. Like, I feel like I have the perfect skin when I'm wearing it. So that will be repurchased. I need to get a backup because, like I said, hit pan, and it's my all-time favorite powder foundation in my collection. And then the last one is my 16-hour Cover and Last. And this is from Essence. I have it in the shade 07 Natural Subdued. It's a nice foundation as well. I don't reach for it much anymore, and I don't know why. Maybe I should start reaching more for some of these other powder foundations, and then I could tell you why, because I really don't know, other than once I got this Makeup Forever, it was like none of these other powder foundations really existed in my collection, and I just always reach for this one, even if it comes down to like setting my my foundation, a liquid one. I don't even reach for these other ones to set it anymore. All right, guys, so that is it. That is my collection of all this stuff. I hope you guys like this video. Give it a thumbs up. Definitely will let me know if this was something you enjoyed, and we'll continue to do this. Like I said, we will do a part 2 to show the rest of my collection, and then maybe a part 3 for what I have in my closet of stuff that I really don't pull for, but I really should either try to pull for or throw that stuff in my declutter and declutter it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and please give this video a thumbs up. Please subscribe and make sure you have the bell notification on so you're notified of all my uploads, and I'll be back very, very soon, my friends. Bye.